Hey guys, so today I wanted to make part 3 of my greatest antique store finds of all time. I've had so much fun making this series of videos the last couple weeks, and I hope you guys are enjoying this a lot. I'm trying to be picky and choosy about what I have in each video. That way it's not a lot of the same type of item and everything. I always say I like variety. And so once again, table full of some really cool stuff to share with you, some awesome scores and deals. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring you in and let's get started. All right, so here is part 3 of my greatest antique store finds. And I'll go ahead and start here in this left-hand corner. I got a World War II. This one is actually a rear seam swivel bell helmet. It is a Schluter 521 AS. And so this would be late World War II, 1945. More than likely, this helmet probably didn't make it overseas until, maybe right after World War II ended. More than likely by a replacement soldier, actually an officer. It could have been marked here on the front. You see it's actually got a LT. It's kind of hard to see the T, but LT for Lieutenant Pace. It looks like PACE, if I'm not mistaken. Looks like Pace. There's the lieutenant bar there on the front. It actually has a name in here, John Ed Cathy. And it has a laundry number in here. It's W1124. It's actually marked here another time, W1124. So it probably was used by more than one soldier. But again, this was probably marked here on the front. I would say probably Korean War. Unless maybe, again, late World War II, right after World War II is ending. Maybe, what am I trying to say? I'm running a blank here, guys. Occupation, maybe. But I actually got this at an antique store for 26 bucks. It was actually sitting in the window. The antique store I went in was an old warehouse, 3-story warehouse they converted into an antique store. This was in a booth sitting in the window, and I saw it and couldn't believe the price. I was so happy to get it. So you can't beat 26 bucks. Right here, I got a World War II Dress A uniform. Class A, I'm sorry, dress uniform. It's got the bloody bucket there, the 28th. This also got this France patch here on the right shoulder. It does have a laundry number of L2100. And it's got a last name here and a full serial number. See, it was originally, when I first got this uniform, I didn't even notice that. I just saw this here, and then I got fumbling around, and I lifted this up, and see, the last name is Lamson, 312-92100. I actually found some information on the soldier. I should have had it here in the video, but I got this uniform for $120. It's got U.S. and infantry collar disc. It does have 4 bars here for 2 years of overseas service. No shirt or pants or anything, so might have been a little bit on the high side at $120, but I was happy to pay that. Again, it's got the pretty cool France patch there. And again, being named, and I did find some information, ruptured duct for honorable discharge, so I think I still did pretty good on that. I know a lot of guys collect, the 28th, the bloody bucket. See, it's got private first class chevrons on both arms as well. Right here, I wanted to share with you guys. Most of you guys by now that follow me know I'm very religious. This is the Gospel of Mark for men in service. And I thought it was really cool because it's actually dated 1944. And again, it's just, the book or the Gospel of Mark from the New Testament. It's got some pretty cool information, commentary, and everything. And, I like to look over it just to kind of compare it and everything. I got this for, I think it was like $5 or $7, something like that, which I think that's pretty cool and kind of a different an item to have in the collection. Right here, I've got this World War I portrait, definitely World War I era. And overall, it came out really clear. It's a really nice image of this soldier. Unfortunately, there was no name or anything on there. It's just the portrait by itself, but it really stood out to me because it looks like he's looking like right at me, or, right at the person who's holding the photo. So, sometimes when you see a picture or portrait of somebody, they're kind of staring off in space, it seems like, or looking off to the left or right or up or down. But this guy was looking right at the camera. when the photo was taken. It's a really nice photo. Unfortunately, not named, no unit or anything, but I got it for, I believe it was $10. I think it was a pretty good price. Right here, I went to an antique store I go into about every few months, kind of a local one, about 30 minutes away, not too far from me. And I saw this World War I portrait. It's a bubble glass oval frame. I was so happy when I saw it. I was like, man, that's so cool. That really sticks out. And just the look of it and everything. See the guy's just kind of sitting there chilling out in a chair with his legs crossed. And it's actually got a, looks like an eye on there, if I'm not mistaken. Right there on the collar disc. Maybe using an eye company of something, unless that's something else there. But overall, a really awesome image here. I love the bubble glass, love the frame. And believe it or not, I got this for 40 bucks. It was originally, I believe, 60 or 65, but they had marked it down. And when I saw the price, I was like, I got to get this. I mean, I would have paid the $60, $65 for it, but you can't beat 40 bucks for a World War I era photo. Very cool. Right here, I got another World War I item. This is a postcard. It's actually supposed to be a joke. You got a heavyset guy there. It says, I'm going to fight, but gee, I hope I don't get stuck in the trenches. Stuck because of his weight, obviously, because that's a big guy. And, you know, it wasn't very common for people to be big like that back then because it didn't have McDonald's on every corner. But it's actually filled out here. It's got March 3rd on there. Unfortunately, there's no year, which I would guess probably the 19 teens more than likely. And my dear Alma, and just some stuff written there, I guess to his wife or girlfriend. But got this for $2. Pretty cool. Right here, I got this pre-World War I Canteen Cup. And it was $10, and I was honestly kind of on the fence about getting it. It's like, man, $10 for a cup by itself. But what really was the determining factor for me to get it was it actually has my initials on the bottom. JB, obviously John Boy's JB, but my initials are JB. And so I was like, you know what? I got to get it. It's got my initials on there. And I've got plenty of canteens that don't have a cup. And so I think I did all right for 10 bucks. Right here, I've got 3 purple hearts that I got at 3 different times, 3 different antique stores. None of these are named. They're kind of in different conditions and everything. This one's probably the roughest here on the far right. But, you know, unfortunately not named or anything. This one I got for $10 here on the left. This one in the middle was $43. Unfortunately, somebody scratched it, probably trying to test to see if it's gold or something, and they basically butchered it on the back. And this last one I got for $20. So 10, 43, and 20. So overall, I think I did pretty good on them. You know, maybe a little bit high on the one in the middle, but I saw it, you know, and wanted to get them, you know, so I went ahead and picked them up. Right here, I got another religious item. This is New Testament. It says Roman Catholic version. And something interesting about this is this one is really old. It's see, it's dated March 6, 1941. And again, it's the New Testament, again, Catholic version. And it's actually got, you know, the different days of the year from January all the way through, what does it go through? The end of November. So January, it starts in January through, I'm sorry, it starts in December. I apologize. December through November. And I got it for, I believe it was $15. I think I just saw it written in pencil. $15, you know. I was like, you know what? That's kind of interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and get it, add to, I guess, my religious military collection. Right here, I got this, The Story of the U.S. Marines book. Got this for $2 at a random antique store. And something that was interesting about it was this note here. And again, this book's been in another video. And it was signed by Mr. George P. Hunt from Illinois. And he says, Dear young reader, it was in 1941 I joined the Marines. And he basically talks about how he was in the 1st Marine Division during Guadalcanal, Cape Gloucester, I can never pronounce that, Peleliu. But pretty cool there that the author of this book typed this up and signed it, George P. Hunt. And he was a member of the Marines, 1st Marine Division in World War II. A lot of you guys know about the 1st Marine Division for sure. Right here, you know, I always tell you guys, I'm all about meeting people, letting people know what I'm looking for and different things. I had just met this older picker collector guy several years ago. I just met him at an antique store, got talking to him, exchanged phone numbers, and I kid you not, it was less than an hour later, that man called me, and he was just a little bit down south, and he said, hey, I'm in an antique store, and they got a World War II helmet here at the front desk, and you ought to come take a look at it. So I drove the whatever it was, about maybe 20 minutes down south, got there, it was still there. This helmet was upside down on the desk of the antique store, and come to find out, the guy that owns the place had just got it, I believe that day or the day before, and it was just sitting on the desk. And I got it for 50 bucks, and I'm really excited because, let me see if I can show you guys. I'm going to do my best here. Where's it at? Right here. It's heat stamp or heat lot number 28E. There's no missing digits or anything like that. It's definitely 28E. And so this would be a very, very early production World War II M1 helmet. Again, the M1 helmets were made by McCord just like the Kelly M1917A1 helmets. The Kelly helmet stopped somewhere around heat lot number 24, and it was around 25 heat stamp number that the M1 helmet started production around July or so of 1941, right? And so with this being a 28E, this would be a 1941 helmet. You know, I don't know if it'd be August or September or maybe October, November, but somewhere pre Pearl Harbor, this helmet. And unfortunately, though, it would have originally been fixed bell, but it's a swivel bell. You know, it's pretty common. These broke or they were converted starting in late 1943. But unfortunately, it's not still fixed bell. I wish it was. But it is named to John P. Burdan. And then it's got US 552-3839. And I looked, and I actually found the guy that this was issued to. And the guy was actually in the Korean War. So obviously this helmet would have been used by somebody during World War II. And eventually it was used in the Korean War. It's got a little bit of a decal or emblem here on the left side. It's red and green, but not much of it left to make out what it was. And then it's got this right here as well, some yellow and red. And if I'm not mistaken, from what I found out about the guys, like anti-aircraft artillery, I believe. I had some stuff printed off on the guy. I should have had it in this video, but overall, really nice early World War II helmet for 50 bucks. Right here, I got this Composition B High Explosives Ordinance Crate. You see it's dated February of 1953, so Korean War, right, towards the end of the Korean War. I got this for $20 probably, man, I don't know, probably 12, 15 years ago at an antique store over in Arkansas where my wife's from. And I've used this to store so much stuff in there and everything, and I've just always liked the look of it, and it displays really nice, and so I'm thankful to have it in the collection for sure. And I just like how it's got the information on the sides, not too wore out or anything. Pretty cool for 20 bucks. Last thing I want to share with you guys is this amphibious backpack. It's been in a couple other videos. This would have been used during World War II for amphibious landings to protect like radio and electronic and random equipment from getting water damaged and messed up and everything. I got it for $75, which I've never seen one in person before. Overall, I think it's in good shape. It's definitely been used. Unfortunately, all the markings and stuff are worn off on it. But pretty cool item, kind of different, unique, I guess. Not the average item you see every day. But maybe one day I can have a better example with all the information still on it, you know, the date and all that kind of stuff. But it should date, I would say, probably around 1943, 1944. And again, I got it at an antique store. So I think I did pretty good on that. You know, I like random, unique, different items in my collection. But anyways, guys, I hope you like part 3. Again, there will be a part 4, possibly a part 5, maybe not, definitely a part 4. Please watch the other videos if you haven't, and let me know what you think. And as always, God bless you, and I'll be getting back to you soon.